Well, hello everyone. Welcome to chapter 173 on my RLDR Custom Creations YouTube channel. It is the weekly edition, and I have returned to the scene of the crime. This is where my failed lumber storage rack exists, and today we're going to start rebuilding this and doing it properly. So, if you want to see what I do to make that happen, all you need to do is stay tuned. Well, as I stated, we're going to try to do this right. Now, what I'm dealing with here is about a 3-foot overhang that the attic overhangs the storage component of this building. So what I'm going to do, and I don't know if you can see them in camera here, I'm going to take these 4x6 timbers. These are treated with the brown stuff. They'll last long enough, I think. But I'm going to level down here. Let me show you at this end. From this point here, I'm going to level down and recreate kind of this profile on the ground here with those 4x6s. So the reason I went with 4x6s is this can't be a permanent part of the building. There's utilities that run. Basically, they come in my yard about there, and they run across here and angle off to the shop. And I don't want to run anything in the ground here. I'm not going to pour any concrete. This is just going to be stuff that if I have to take it apart, it'll come apart relatively easily. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So we're going to put a perimeter on the ground here out of those 4x6s. And then at the corners here, and you can't see it, I don't think, but we're going to put a 3.5 by 3.5 post to give me a corner here. And this side is going to be tarp material that's going to roll up. And that way I can roll it up when I want things to dry in here, and I can roll it down when I want to protect things. So I think that's a neat way to go. Plus, hardly anybody can see it. It's sheltered in the trees here. I think it's going to work perfectly. The ends, again, can't really be permanent, so I'm going to get some hinges, and I bought them already, and I'm going to make 2 panels here that swing out like a door. Now this one's going to be a bit of a problem because there are going to be stairs coming down here, and yes, I picked up that wood yesterday. So that's kind of what we have in mind for today. So today, I'm not sure how far I'm going to get in this video. I'm finding that my videos get too long if I do the whole project at once, so chances are a good chance that I'm going to chop this into little sections, so that way it works out better, I think, for everybody. So anyway, today what I'm going to get started on is laying this 4x6 foundation and getting that going. So that's what I'm in for a few hours today. Well, that actually went in better than I expected. I put paving stone at both ends and one at 6 feet right in the middle, and that it's nice and sturdy. Once I get everything fastened to it, it'll be great. So I'm going to put a bracket right here. Now, unfortunately, these are 4-inch timbers and I think 3-inch brackets. It's not a great fit. Yeah, about 3 5/8. So I think what I'm going to do is put this on even with the outside and top of the concrete. And I'm going to put it on with these types of fasteners. And then I'm going to cut the pieces and put this together to stabilize it. So, okay, here we go. Let's put this on. Well, there we go. That should do it. Okay, here we go. we'll go a little deeper. That should do it. I'll go a little bit more. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, now I bet I don't have my impact here, nor the right screw bit to do this. So, talk about being properly prepared when you shoot these videos. Oh, well, I'm back. That's one of the problems of doing these out-of-building experience projects, because everything I own is in there, and I need things out here, and I think I'm getting older. I just forget everything. And anyway, I'm going to try my new screw device here. And where's that hole? Come on, baby, let's go. That's a little hole. Doesn't want to go in there. There we go, that'll start. That looks good. This 1/4-inch drive is a little shorter than my other one. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, we'll drill another hole and put another one on. I think 2 is all that'll need. I like putting one in first so I can set where this is going to stay, and then put the other one in. And we're going to drill. I think we're going to do that. Get a little bit more force here. Oh, maybe a bit more. Okay, I guess that'll do. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Put this guy in. Perfect. Okay, that's good. That's excellent. Oh, okay. Now I need to make a measurement for there, and I think I'm actually going to go up there to do it, because then it'll be exactly the same as that. So this is, boy, these things aren't all the same either. No, they're not. Okay, this one's 3 3/4, just a bit more. That middle one's just a little bit high yet. I'm quite convinced that'll settle. Okay, not sure if this is going to be in camera or not, but 3 3/4. Oh, come on. There we go. (31 7/8). Okay, so I need to cut one now 31 7/8, and that'll fit in here. And then I'll have to make it a little bit narrower for about the first 2 inches, fasten it in here, and then I've got some long screws and some corner brackets to put this together here. So I will be back. Well, I got that bracket mounted on. I'm quite happy with that. I think it worked out really well. Now, what I'm going to do, and I did one already, forgot to turn the camera on, I'm going to drill about 1.5 inches with a 1/2 inch drill bit, and then take my, I think they're 6-inch, whatever these are, 6-inch, number 10 Robertson deck screws, and we're going to, oh, I gotta put a little shim under there. It's not gonna, I guess these timbers aren't quite as accurate as I was giving them credit for being. Oh well, we got it now. Come on. It's a little bit flexy. There we go. Yeah, I can live with that. There are going to be, let's see if I can go into my box of tricks here, metal angle brackets going on the inside. So I'm not worried about this connection. Maybe right now it's a little bit flimsy, but when I get this all done, it'll be great. Okay, so here we go. Let's drill another hole. Yeah, that'll do. I wouldn't have needed a hammer. My drill, I never bothered to change the setting from when I drilled holes into the concrete there, so oh well. Okay, here we go. Boy, that's going to wear the battery fast. Let's see what I got. Oh, it says it's still full charge. So, let's see. That seemed to go really slow. Got about an inch to go here yet. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Come on. There we go. There, I think I got it. That was hard. Now it looks a wee bit open on the bottom yet. Okay, well, I don't have any screws here to put the angle brackets on because I didn't think that far ahead. But, yeah, this is kind of the way this is going to work out. I'm going to go to the other end. That'll probably be tomorrow. And, yeah, that'll probably be tomorrow. I got to go here in 15 minutes. So, but let's just do some checking here while I'm around. While I have everything here. Not that this really matters yet, but I just want to see how close I still am. Oh, that's really quite decent. Yeah, that's right on pretty much. Let's see what this one is. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but that's a little short. Okay, well, we'll adjust that yet. Okay. All right, well, I think I maybe am going to go get some screws and put those brackets on. And I'll maybe show you that when I'm doing more work tomorrow. Well, I've got the perimeter 4x6 in. That seemed to work out pretty good. According to the 6-foot level, it's nice and level. what I need to do now is I've flattened the inside dirt out a little bit. It's not that fussy that it's perfect, but I'm going to need to put down chunks of 4x6 where the lumber stands are going to be. Now, it just dawned on me that I don't have to do them at these places here. I don't need to be on a stud anymore because my stands are going to be steel and freestanding. So what I'm going to do is work this out so that 8-foot material is supported at 3 places. And that's the way I'm going to put these in. But I think I'm tired of working in the dirt. So I'm going to put the corner posts in next. And that isn't terribly hard because they are already actually built. The only thing I'm going to do is make the outside symmetrical. Like I took a 2x6 and nailed it to a 2x6. So one side's 1.5 inches longer than the other. So I'm going to rip that down on my table saw, cut it to length with my compound miter, and install them. I have some things to work out for the soffit here yet, but I'll get that figured out. So anyway, we'll be in the shop next. Okay, well, this isn't the best thing to cut. I still have my old saw blade in. I haven't put my freshly sharpened one in yet, and I did that on purpose because I knew I'd be cutting maybe somewhat questionable things, and I just don't want to dull my new blade or my newly sharpened blade. So I've got the fence on the low fence, and it's set at 5 3/8 inches, which is what this one is. So this is going to be symmetrical when we're done, and away we go. Well, it wanted to wiggle a little bit, but it's okay. It's going to be good enough for what I'm doing. So now we're going to take it over to the sliding compound. We're going to cut it to length. And I think I'm going to have to go out and double check my length with the other one just to make sure I get them the same. And we'll be back when we're cutting. Well, now that I have the outer dimensions cut, just going to quickly cut it to 79 3/4. Right there. Now, this may not all quite work out exactly the way I have this plan. I don't think the upper floor that I'm working to is perfectly level. It theoretically should be, but I don't think it is. So we're going to maybe have to do some fine tuning here yet, but let's get this cut to length, and then we'll see what we got. I think that should do it. I need to cut this from this side, and let's just bite it a little bit, see what we got. That would do. Let's make a cut. There we go. Now I have a pattern to send to the flashing bending place, as we're going to cover this with flashing from the outside. So there's no painting to do and no maintenance because I ain't getting any younger. Well, they're in place. They're cut exactly to the same length. I didn't even check the level here. Ooh, the level looks good. So one of the things that does concern me a little bit is how solid this base is. I would have rather this been out of concrete, but because of the lines running under here, I want to make sure this part of the building maintains its temporary status. So that's why we went with wood. But yeah, these fit perfectly. All I need to do now is toe screw them in place. I think I'm going to put something a little more substantial up here yet, but I'm not there yet. But I was hoping to get this done then I can start taking measurements. And now that I've decided to put metal cladding on the back here. Ryan did an awesome job staining this, but we didn't crack fill anything, and it just looks so unfinished. So I think I'm going to get some metal cut for this, screw it on, and then we're going to put some lights in here, and so it's all getting fancy. So a little bit more than I expected for lumber storage and outer storage. So, but anyway, we're going to drill a little bit here. Boy, I don't even know if you can see this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to reset the camera so I can make sure that we can get this, and I'll be right back. You can see that because I did adjust the camera to get this. And I really hate working on my knees in the ground. That kind of work doesn't excite me at all. Okay, that looks good right there. Can I get a screw started? There we go. I like that. Yeah, this is kind of one of those things I've been designing on the fly. And that has its problems. This bit must be getting bad. Well, come on. We'll leave that one there for now. We'll put one in here. Come on, man. Jeepers, that looks like a rookie. Anyway, it's solid. Okay, I'm going to put the other one in, and we'll see where we go from there. Well, I'm done for the day. Was working till about coffee time, and then I went and did some running around and finding some materials for this place, which I found some materials that I can get. And so I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a door kind of going in here, so this swings out of the way. Same at the other end, but I was always leery about covering them with stucco because that's just not stable enough to stucco. So I think we're going to put some vertical steel on it, and that'll finish this off nicely. I'm going to cover up my granddaughter's heartfelt paint job here. She did a great job, but I think we're going to just cover it with tin, and like I wanted to originally, but cheaped out of it. And that's another thing maybe. Sometimes, and I learned the hard way with the lumber storage, you can make things so cheap that it gets more expensive. Because in the end, you buy the cheap materials and then they don't work, and then you end up buying what you needed. So that's where I am now. So there's going to be ends here. These are going to open up. That other end will be the same. And there'll be a tarp that'll come down here and roll up. And that way I can dry material when I want to dry it and protect it when I want to protect it. So that's what I was after. In an upcoming video, I'll be starting to weld on the lumber storage racks. And that's going to, excuse my backside here, have a little bit more of a professional lumber rack look. So there'll be L's out of steel and with pieces coming out welded on to support, kind of like this idea. And the other thing is, since I no longer am bolting this to the building, I don't need to keep this spacing, so I might change that a little bit, but I might not. It's hard to say. But I did get this all done. I'm not quite happy with, just toe screwing this together like I did. I don't know if you can see that maybe back here. So I think we're going to get some gusset plates and nail that on to make that connection a little stronger. I don't intend to pin it into the ground because there is cabling running under here and I don't want to take the chance of maybe accidentally hitting it. But no, this afternoon I had a nice meeting with my electrician, and we decided that maybe as early as tomorrow we're going to start roughing this in, and once that's done then I can insulate, and I have the insulation already, and so this all gets insulated. Plus I'm going to put soffit up here so that it'll finish that off nicely, and kind of a good thing to do that before I put the lumber under there. So I'm just going to keep doing what I can. I didn't get very much done today, but I guess that's what happened when happens when you're old and retired. So yeah, we're going to call it good here. Like I say, I've got a little bit more work to do in here. I need to put support in where my lumber racks are going to go, and then the rest of this is going to get fabriced and chipped, and that's going to be it. So yeah, progress is coming, but it's slow. So I don't know, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the weekend edition.